Soulmate number one, nice to meet you. My first question, what are you looking for in a relationship?
I am looking for somebody who can match everything that it is that I can bring to the table as well. And that doesn't mean necessarily materialistic things. I'm talking on an emotional level and just what I can provide to be supportive as well. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And a relationship for me, I'm sure you're going to get to this question eventually, but I've been single for quite a while, 3 years to be exact. And I think that's because, no, I don't think, I know it's because I don't settle for just anyone. And I take relationships very seriously. I know a lot of people like to jump in and out of relationships and they go through people like sometimes like it's nothing, like it's just a fun activity or something like that. But for me, in a relationship, I see it as a potential wife, a potential mother of my children. And that's something that I value a lot and is very important to me. So it's not something that I can choose very easily, or it's not something that I can take very lightly.
Can I jump in real quick? Okay, so no relationship for 3 years, but how many bodies you been through in 3 years? Never mind.
I can be honest with you. I'm not, all right. I'm not the type of guy. I know a lot of guys like to just go out and just be free and do a lot of things. I know for a fact I'm one of those guys who doesn't go out and go crazy. I get a little something in here and there every once in a while, but I actually like to. There's been numerous periods, now being one of them, where I experiment with being to myself. I don't get with anybody or anything like that.
Well, we're on a lockdown right now. So what about when it's not a quarantine? Are you? I mean, you're a good-looking man. So are you out there taking them down?
I'm 5 months deep.
No sex in 5 months?
No.
What, girl? He like a virgin. Get him.
Not that. No, don't get it twisted up. I'm not, virgin and like that. But at the same time, I like to serve myself. I take it as a challenge to myself to hold back for a little while because I don't want to be out here just wilding out. I know.
I'm impressed. That's impressive. The first girl that gets you, be ready, sis.
Man, he's going all in.
A lot of times, guys, everybody is different. So I can't speak on behalf of all guys, but a lot of times I do realize that it's easy to just go along with your hormones and just take care of business on the spot. But for me, I don't get turned on just by any random chick. Like I've always been that way. It has to be something that is very intriguing to me.
So you're more cerebral than physical. Okay, we like that. All right. Back to you, sis. Go ahead.
Thanks, sis. Okay, soulmate number two, same question. What do you look for in a relationship?
It's less about a relationship. Like, first off, before we even go there, Claudia, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate the time, appreciate the platform. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, so back to your question. I don't think a relationship just happens, and I think so often that we try to be this perfect person and we try to put ourselves in a situation where we want this perfect relationship. And I think that it comes down to the friendship. I've done the whole sex your way into a relationship. I've done the whole, like, all little things that we build out this most perfect person that you want this person to be. Ultimately, until you really get to know a person, there is no room for a relationship. You need to spend time and get to know this person and see like what she cares about. And like, are her values your values? You know what I mean? Is she embodying the person that, I think Bro said it a second ago, when it comes down to, when you're looking at, for men, it's different, right? Like, I'm thinking about my kids, I'm thinking about a legacy, like I'm thinking way more than just a relationship you here and now. What are you going to evolve into? Like, okay, cool, current state, you know what I'm saying? You look good, that's important. But at the end of the day, what's your potential? And like, how can I help you get to your potential? Then we can start looking at whether or not there's some relationship activity that can take place.
But you are open to being in a monogamous relationship, or are you ready for that right now?
I'm curious. Where did this question come from? Like,
you know what? Your voices went up high, and in my 47 years, when a man's voice go up, he lying. What you think, Doc?
No.
I mean, it went real high. I can only attest to how high it went, and in my ear, it.
Did it make you nervous with saying the R word? Because I know that's the thing that.
No, because it has to make sense, right? So like monogamy for sure, right? If it makes sense, but if it doesn't make, like, I'm not just going to force my way into a relationship just because, right? I mean, yeah, if she completes you, if she makes you happy, then of course, why would you want to see anyone else? But if it doesn't make sense for where you're trying to go, why are we forcing ourselves into this relationship? Why are we forcing ourselves into this marriage? Why are we forcing ourselves to be of this world when it doesn't make sense? So like, I think there's a certain amount of time that needs to go, like that needs to happen. I think there's a certain amount of questions that needs to happen. I don't think this takes 5 years. I don't think it takes 3 years. I don't think we need to put a time limit on it. But ultimately, until I get to know that you complete me, then why would I be monogamous?
Okay.
I align with that. I think people often have this idea that like relationships are the goal, that marriage is the goal. And I don't look at relationships and marriage as a goal. They're a result of a connection that the two of you have. And it's a natural progression that a good bond yields, right? And so it's not like, oh, I got to get married in 3 years. And so no matter what, I don't care who I'm with, I'm walking down the aisle. No, it's a result. You know, it happens as the relationship progresses. And so I align with that. I made fun of his voice, so I gotta give credit where credit is due.
Point, you see people getting to a certain, like, especially the pressure after a year, 2 years, when you get married, then people succumb to that pressure, and it's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole and it doesn't work out. But also there are people that use that against you and like, oh, just go with the flow. And then you're like 7 years in, 3 kids, and it's like, well, I don't want a commitment, but you have.
But I think the world makes you feel like you owe someone that, and I don't think you owe anyone anything. I think that it needs to be earned every single day. And I think that if I'm the best version of myself and I'm helping you to achieve your goals, then I think we're aligned in where we're trying to go because we've had this communication. We already understand where we're looking to go together and what that could potentially be in the future.
Okay. All right, Janae.